remaining.
There was the prediction that you guys gave me at the start of this series, gods. You said 2-1 in favor of Fnatic. It's still very possible for it to go this way, and the only way that we're going to know if you're right is if we jump into game number 3, so please take it away.
Burns, doesn't it?
All according to plan.
Surprisingly good!
That was hot.
It's going, but coming his way, perhaps as a rotation. T1 is smoked up. Actually, they're invading the triangle, and Armel could be in some trouble. It's just a level 2 glimpse. He needs to get out of range of this, and he does manage to not get caught there. DJ may look to turn this one with jabs rotating on the Titan. They've got a Ravage if they can get close enough for it, but instead it's going to be just the kill on Whitemon.
I think if you can get early blink and kill Lina with it.
Okay. Rolling Thunder looking to start a fight here, perhaps. They've got the Ravage, but will need a Soaring or some Magic Wand charges. Jabs charging it forward. Goes into a Static Storm, but walks his way out of it, then sets up a Ravage on it too. Followed up with an LSA Laguna Blade. They take out the Leshrac before the Ire Relocate Save can come into play. Jabs does end up going down to the God's Rebuke, as Cuckoo needs to get out himself, but the right clicks from the Lina going to get outplayed by the armlet toggles. Nicely done by Cuckoo to keep himself alive there. Fnatic lose 2 despite getting off a decent Ravage, but they kill off the big hero in the Leshrac.
Look at Mars now. I respect it. I feel like they could take a nice fight if they're able to and arena her, but she's rushing me, and also you can't blink arena this Wraith King or Tide, right? There's 2 lives on Wraith King. Tide will just put off the stun.
I'm in a good position to block the smoke gank, or tank it per se. Fnatic were heading into that enemy jungle. Cuckoo mid will be kept safe by this, but now it's gonna be Fnatic who just walk their way up to this T1 mid tower. With Ravage coming back up, they feel like their team fight is too much for T1 to handle. Even though it's just a 5 position tanking the smoke gank, that's one less hero to defend this T1 mid tower with. No Static Storm means Fnatic get the T1 mid tower. You know, as far as the core heroes goes, they are top of the net worth with the PA. Top lane, Jakiro has been caught out. They're willing to throw a Static Storm and an Arena. They made a lot of ultimates to bring him down, and I think Fnatic recognizing that they want to fight. They're going to blink on Raven. He goes in on a Whitemon. That's going to be an easy disruptor kill, but not sure they're going to be able to get Cuckoo as well, but they want to focus and chip away at this tier 2 tower as well, so Fnatic getting some damage in, but with the glyph being used, they're going to back off and play it safe.
That would be PB. It can just be played extremely easily by Ravage, rolls, stuns.
Those rolls controlling Disruptor now. Poor Whitemon just going for a little D-ward mission, and DJ says, okay, I'll take that kill.
I actually really like this. Whoops.
They got that reincarnation without much effort, but Jabs is set up for a perfect 3-man Ravage, but the follow-up damage wasn't there, and Armel in the arena has to BKB just get himself out of that one, and DJ will not have an escape himself, so Fnatic gets caught too deep, and they're being chased down. Relocate after Armel. He's got an Aegis, but he's got no more BKB, can't get to the Invis rune. Gonna lose his first life and probably his second. No BKB for 60. They're tipping him. They know his fate. Armel dead, left to the Sharks as T1 clean up.
Nice. Punish.
Invisibility.
Where that, I mean, you kind of mentioned, like, you can't really just use an arena for a support. DJ, you know, he's a 4 position, but he does something similar, using the roll, and then they go for that tier 2 top tower and don't have the Rolling Thunder to back them up.
Yep, you've got to play around these. And
middle tower has fallen.
like T1's lost, you can just spear the Tide with the knives, and that's it. That's stun, and he will die.
What that happened on the front line. The sun fall. He's inside the arena. This as well. They better target in the staying curled up.
they seem to think that they're not lane dependent. They smoked up and going. Oh, they do have
Arena's already back up, yeah.
Scanning.
He Armel, but he's got BKB, so this could be a game of reaction time if they go on him. They get the glimpse back. He's not gonna. Okay, he gets glimpse and BKB. Post glimpse, Gabby blinks in with a BKB of his own. They want this Armel Lina. He gets back to the safety of his tower, but now with Gabby blinking in, but his BKB wearing off means Armel is still alive for now. Rolling thunder from DJ. He misses Gabby, unfortunately, and Armel now in trouble, but gets glimmered up. Gets still hit by the split earth. The AoE damage from the Pulse Nova is going to be enough to finish him off, but caught under the tower is Carl the Lesser, but he's got plenty of heals with the Eye to back him up, and DJ can't do anything about it, even with the roll-up. Not enough damage coming out of Fnatic for now. They're going to buy back the lead and try to turn this fight as Carl goes for, well, he can't really get out of this one. Raven going to chop him up with his big cleaver, and does end up turning out okay for Fnatic, but did well.
I love that pairing. They're just smoking again on T1. They just know, like, we just go, we kill Lina, we get someone.
Got the shard now on this PA, so they see this side. Can they break him? Gabby goes blinking. Oh boy.
Rest in pieces.
More cardio than hero killing teams for these two teams. Well, damage comes out. That's always a big run around the Roshan pit, and Raven knows that a double damage PA could be disastrous. He gets glimpsed back here. They perhaps think this is an opening to go on Raven, but he's still got the DD if he wants to turn and fight. Pops the BKB, wants to go on Cuckoo. He's doing a lot of right-click damage. The IO save comes a little bit too late. The Rolling Thunder also stops the relocate out. They've got the IO as well. Raven making great use of the double damage, and T1 thought they could deal with the Wraith King. They kill him off once, and the double buyback coming in now as well. Raven doesn't have BKB. He may just die a second time if he's not careful. Gabby knows this. He gets glimmered up, but they've got the dust to scout him out, and now Raven going to go down without buyback. Full TP out as they lose the Pangolier as well. Carl doing a great job jumping in on the backlines, and it looked good at the start for Fnatic with the Wraith King double damage, but T1 utilizing their buybacks to perfection.
Yeah, I don't think they probably should have needed to use their buybacks. That was a really sloppy going. Cuckoo didn't BKB, unfortunately, and Zephyr died trying to like rectify that mistake. If Fnatic have so much control, then you don't want to throw it all away by trying to go high ground early or something, or even just being on one of their wards that you do there. Might be worth investing in a gen.
Fnatic is smoked up. They look to make their play around this mid lane. The PA throwing daggers from the high ground. Carl showing himself as Raven goes blinking in. They have the Rolling Thunder throw it up. They're going to get a nice Ravage on a 2. Blinking in was the Mars. He got caught in that Ravage instantly. Does get the BKB off the falling Rolling Thunder stun. Does hit him, so Cuckoo gets back to safety. Even spears the Wraith King into an arena here. And it looks like Fnatic are going to be forced back. Not finding the Mars kill, but the Leshrac kill was a nice, juicy one for them to find. Invading this enemy triangle. DJ is there to scout out the smoke. Instantly blinks away. As well as the swashbuckle as PA tries to jump a different target, but unable to connect. They found DJ. He's got the A on disc, but he does get off the Rolling Thunder. Use that just defensively, but now he hasn't got it for a potential team fight, but he's going to go back in. Goes for a call with the Lina follow-up. Where's the IO? It's too late. They've lost the Leshrac before the fights even began. Gabby goes blinking with a BKB, but Armel just going to BKB and walk out of this arena. He looks to turn and fight. They've lost the Wraith King's first life, but can they get his second? I don't think so. Not without the BKBs. They've already committed the PAs, and as a result, Ravage catches floor. Cuckoo refreshes, gets another arena, spears the Lina into this one. Armel getting low, has the Glimmer Cape to help him out a little bit. He's still alive, just barely. His sliver of health is a...
Burns, doesn't it?
We turn this tide to our advantage.
I'm actually okay with the Save Refresher. I think it's really expensive. Doesn't gives you amount of regen, but doesn't solve the amount of problem of passing it. It's quite okay. I'm chilling.
Here in Lina. The front lines with that Aegis has a BKB, but she'll wait for the second life to use it. Now this Lina's in deep. DJ comes rolling in through, but unable to find any good targets, and as a result, Fnatic may just have to back off here. Armel's BKB now going to be down. Won't have it for a potential team fight. Olgo's looking to blink in, and Fnatic managed, disengage, just losing the Aegis here, but no BKB on Armel, so get a little bit hairier here as Raven going to put himself on the high ground here, knowing that they can't afford to have armor get gone, and he gets the dodge off, doesn't get hit by the spear, gets bashed up by the dagger, but that spear missing means Cuckoo goes down. He's going to be forced to buy back, and
Dire's top barracks.
Armel feeling confident on the front lines here, knowing he's got that double ravage behind him. Carl unable to connect on Armel with the force off there to help bail out the Lina. Raven BKBs himself, and it looks like Fnatic going to disengage here with all their BKBs down. They don't want to take this fight for the time being. Smoked up, I believe. Put that ward next to an enemy sentry, and exactly what's going on. And Fnatic are going to smoke right into them. They lead the charge with Raven. He's got an Abyssal Blade. He goes on Whitemon initially. They get the Ravage onto a couple here. The Io, he's been caught by this one. Pops the Aeon Disc. Gets out of it a little bit. He's still healing up Gabby on the PA, who does end up getting the BKB up, but now he's cleaving through them all the time. Ends up going down. Does buy back instantly. May have another Ravage with the charge. Yeah, you betcha. He's got another Ravage to play around. Have they got the damage to pull this one up? He's going to have a Ravage on everyone. Catches out 3. Only Cuckoo BKBs. And can they bring down this Io to start things off? They need to deal with this pesky Io, but they're dropping like flies. The PA doing so much damage in this fight. Carl about to be out of mana, which could be a problem for T1, but they're winning the numbers battle. They killed off 3, including all 3 cores. Only the supports remain, and Fnatic just didn't have the damage to kill some of these heroes. Somehow the Io just never died in that fight.
Finish the job, and they didn't have it, 'cause he had to move out of his back.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Gabby was so low, and then because he didn't have the third Ravage,
Yeah.
it was satanic.
Radiant's top barracks
And
has fallen.
Zephyr having the Aeon Disc meant he gets himself out of the first Ravage, and the second Ravage hardly does anything because of the status resistance. So he was just healing up Gabby through it all as soon as the double Ravages were committed. Now we
Really
see
just felt
T1,
like
the high ground.
so close.
Radiant's middle
Well executed from T1, the new arrival of Gabby looking like it may be enough, putting him on his signature PA to get them a 2-1 victory. They're not there just yet. They've got mega creeps, but they're going to back off and play it safe, knowing Roshan is coming up soon, and in fact it's going to be awaiting them as soon as they get to the pit. So perfect timing for T1 to fall back after getting megas and get themselves Roche number 4, Aghanims, and Refresher await.
There's it's much harder now for Fnatic. Obviously they're megas. They do still have the actually I'm not sure. After that fight, seeing that 2 Ravages were not enough to kill Gabby, so the hero dealt with, right? Cuckoo has 2 arenas.
Backtrack being ignored. Carl will happily dish out a buttload of damage in the fight. Level 28, 4.5k health with the overwhelming blink. Not just Gabby who's a threat in these team fights, but see what the response from Fnatic is going to be. Gabby going to press forward with that Aegis in hand. King in is Raven, but yeah, the insta-split Earth is there. Trying to keep them off the tier 4 towers, but can't let them chip away at this one. As we saw last game, like, you can hold your own and not lose a team fight, but eventually the throne will just go down if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Level 25E does a lot of damage. They jump in. The backlines, DJ gets to roll up. They're trying to deal with this PA, but he gets relocated out back to safety for now. And they take the continued fight here. Cole on the front lines on the left track, getting brought pretty low here. He gets the lead of BKB off just in time, but he can't do damage through the arena. Now Raven on the Wraith King doesn't have the respawn. Ravage finally comes out, but it's too late to keep the Wraith King alive, and the second Ravage just going to need to be thrown in a second hit. Jabs is about to go down if he's not careful. Gets the Ravage off, but they're just losing steam here, and they GG out knowing it's all over for them. Without the Wraith King, they don't have the damage, and T1 get a 3-2 victory.